E-Witness News with Emily Anderson. Plus, Emily Anderson Sports. Emily Anderson Weather. And the rest of the E-Witness News team. And now, Emily Anderson.
Welcome to E-News, and I'm Emily Anderson. And I'm Emily Anderson. And welcome to E-News. Our first story today is an 80-year-old grandma made a citizen's arrest today in North Dakota when she football tackled a 26-year-old jaywalker. The grandma sat on him until police arrived because he had walked across the road before the light was green. The woman shouted at the man as he crossed the road before the walking man flashed up. As he walked by, he pushed the old lady out of his way, but she managed to grab his hair and wrestle him to the ground until police arrived at the scene. He was taken to prison later, being charged with jaywalking. Rubik's Cubes, masterpiece or menace? There have been reports of Rubik's Cubes causing damage. Broken TVs, broken windows, even broken arms. Why might you say these things have been happening? Well, we asked Johnny. Johnny was quoted as saying, "Well, see, I was sitting on my bed, and I was trying to figure out this impossible cube, but it was just so hard, and I got so angry, so I threw it at my window. I'm not usually like that. It's the cube that made me do it." What have these toys turned us into? In my opinion, these are a danger to our society and should be taken off the shelves. I mean, what will they think of next? Baby dolls teaching 7-year-olds how to be mothers? I don't know. Well, please join us after this commercial break with sports and weather.
Well, hello, boy. Now, what do you say?
Let's make with the popcorn right away.
Too much trouble and bother, yes, indeed.
No, man, heat's all you need.
You need more than heat, boy, according to Hoyle. You need popcorn, salt, butter, and oil. And the frying pan, or to be completely proper, you ought to have a popper.
I dig it you ain't hip, old man, to Easy Pop popped in its own pan.
You mean Easy Pop popped in its own pan?
Now you're swinging, Daddy. Crazy man. Why don't you make it with me to the grocery shop? We'll both take a pan of this Easy Pop. Now, give it the heat bed. That's the wildest. Easy Pop's too much, the neatest, the mildest. We'll all have a gallon in just about a minute. Popcorn, salt, and oil, and everything in it.
What do you know? No muss, no fuss. There's Easy Pop popcorn for all of us.
Easy Pop, man, that's real popcorn.
Today in the sports, we have baseball. Yes, everybody likes baseball. Baseball, the Phillies win the World Series. What the? Yes. Other scores in baseball are 2-3, 7-4, 6-8, 12-7. That was a good game. Yes, it was. 7-6, 22-32. That was intense. Yes, it was. Lacrosse, it's still awesome. Yes, lacrosse is awesome. Soccer, David Beckham is still looking pretty fine on the field. Yes. Golf, Tiger Woods is still #1. We don't know what to say about him. Nope. Hockey, it's still stupid. There's no point in hockey. No. All you do is take the little puck and just put it in the net. While you tackle people, it's not that good. No. Well, that's all in the sports news. Back to you, Emily.
Now this dollhouse is an antique.
How can you tell?
No Pampers.
Pampers? I was thinking of trying a newer brand.
Why? Dryness is what quilted Pampers are all about. Pampers Susan wore when she was born were good, but these quilted Pampers stay twice as dry.
Twice as dry.
Sure. Wet both and wait. Quilted Pampers stay twice as dry. Dryer's gotta feel better.
Sure does.
And that advice is on the house.
Quilted Pampers stay twice as dry as before.
We have our final story. Finally today, a local high school student is smiling this week after she made an A+ on her film project Friday. Emily Anderson of St. Benedict at Auburndale wrote, produced, starred in her own newscast for her digital film class, playing all the characters by herself. Her stunned classmates watched the video, many of them wishing they had done something that awesome. Emily's digital film teacher, Coach Bingham, was quoted as saying, "I knew Emily was going to be a great filmmaker, but I really didn't know just how creative and talented and funny and beautiful and unique and artistic and attentive and original and resourceful." And she really was. Coach Bingham also added, "I would probably go so far as to say that Emily is not only the best film student I've ever had, but she is probably like the best student at St. Benedict. Seriously, I really think that." Well, Emily, you have inspired all of us, and thank you for your wonderful work. Well, that's it for today. Please join us next Thursday at 6 p.m. on eWitness News. Thank you and have a great night.